I'm standing outside the Swan Bar on Dublin's Aungier Street, and I'm delighted to be joined now by an American visitor to Dublin, Addison Frantz, who is carrying out a History and Archives internship in Dublin as part of her studies at the University of Minnesota Duluth. Addison, you play rugby back in the United States, so I'm keen to hear your thoughts about this Seán Lynch rugby sculpture at the Swan Bar. There's a prop.
Yeah.
So just for anybody that doesn't follow rugby, what type of role is that on the rugby pitch?
That he would be considered a forward, which are more of the bigger guys. They tend to be the ones that are getting into the scrums. They're the ones tackling and protecting the backs who are meant to run the ball and score tries.
Because even looking at the sculpture here, he's holding onto the rugby ball with one arm, but it looks like he's ready to fend off a tackle.
Yeah. From the sculpture, it looks like he's trying to run the ball, which is not very... It's common in rugby, but it's also not. Mainly the backs have the ball. But it looks like he's about to stiff arm a person who's trying to tackle him to keep running the ball.
I suppose the next obvious question to ask is why is the sculpture of this great Irish rugby player, Seán Lynch, why is it here in the Swan Bar?
Well, so Seán, he was the owner of Swan's Pub for a long time, and so since he's such a great rugby player, they decided to immortalize that.
Okay, because the pub, I think, is still in the family,
yeah,
still in the Lynch family. And do you have any idea about the artist or responsible for the sculpture and when it was in commissioned and installed here?
Yeah, so the statues, as on the plaque, it says this. It was made in 2002 and unveiled in 2002 by Hugh Hanratty. I believe I'm saying that right. Which he is a Dublin native and has sculpted many of the statues around Dublin and in many pubs.
And just to wrap up then, are there any details about the sculpture maybe one should look for, the jersey or anything else about the sculpture to note?
Yeah, definitely. On his jersey, it looks to be he's wearing the jersey of the British Irish Lions, which he played for about 4 years. And got to travel to New Zealand and play in some test games. He says that it was his greatest achievement in rugby in his career. So it's really cool to see that crest on his jersey. Another really cool thing to look at is just how much detail there is on the sculpture. It looks amazing.
Yeah, because even as we're standing outside, because the bar is very full, as it often is, but even just looking in through the window, you can see the detail on the face and the hair, the rippling jersey.
Yeah.
And it is a very striking sculpture. I remember the first time I came in to the Swan Bar years ago, just immediately noticed it in the corner, and coming over to see who it was. And there's a nice little piece of text actually on the little plaque attached to the base, which it says that this is a tribute to a rugby great from all his friends in the Swan. Which is a nice way to be remembered, isn't it? To be immortalised in bronze here in your own pub. And definitely something that people should look out for. Where we're standing here, you can see it from the outside, but that's a sculpture of Irish rugby great Seán Lynch. Thanks very much, Addison.
Thank you.